So today we're going to talk about how much SEO costs this year and next year, and how much does it cost in general. It's actually a really difficult question to answer. So let's do our best to think about it. So the first thing you need to think about really is where you are, right? Because obviously the cost of SEO in the United States, in somewhere like California and New York, is going to be a lot more expensive than in other countries like in India or the Philippines. So I found an article here by Forbes, right? The prices here they talk about are really quite expensive, to be honest. But they do talk about different types of costs, right? So the first thing you might want to do if you have a business is to get an SEO audit, right? This is where an SEO person or agency has a look at your website and says, okay, you need this, you need this, you need this, okay? All of that. Because the thing about SEO, I like to think about it, it's in three different buckets, right? There's technical SEO, right? All those little tweaks that you need on your website to make sure it's performing optimally. Then there's content SEO. What content do you need for your website, right? Blog posts, this could be tools, but usually we're talking about blog posts and different pages, right? For different services you might need. And then there's also the links, right? That's a very important factor of Google, is that you get different links from different sources. So they'll tell you all about that, whatever it is that you need, right? So it talks about content creation. This is very expensive. $2,000 for a 1,000 word landing page. I think that's way too much, to be honest. Then they're also quoting prices for backlinks, right? I think this is closer to what is reality, right? It's definitely at least $100 for a backlink, right? That's even on a smaller website, right? So I can imagine 1,500 being on for a very important website to try to pay to get onto that website. That's probably the amount that they're going to charge you. So there's also the tools, right, that you might need. Some of them, yeah, these are the two most famous one, Ahrefs and SEMrush, which start at $99 a month. I think they're even more expensive nowadays, but let's go on to another article that I found here. Is this one by Backlinko, Brian Dean. Okay, this one I think gets it a lot closer, right? They came up with a study and they said that the average price of SEO service is $497, so $500 a month. I think that's okay for a kind of a retainer, you know, if you have a freelancer or a small agency. So what it says here is, in fact, small businesses spend anywhere between $100 and $5,000 per month on SEO services. So not all businesses obviously will need SEO. There'll be other marketing channels, or, you know, they just might have customers coming in from whatever the business situation might be. But SEO is super important for many businesses, right? It's that you have a good website that works, you know, really fast, and people can get information about your business, right? This is so important, right? I tell this to all my clients, is like, any questions that your customers are asking, put them up on the web and, you know, answer them. It shows that you are the expert, right? They'll trust you as the person who is knowledgeable, and then they will pay for that, right? Because, you know, what they generally want to pay for is the implementation, right? Because many people know how to do lots of things, but we still always just pay for it because it's easier, right? We can want other people to do something, right? Nowadays with the internet, we can find almost every piece of knowledge, right? But it's very important that you hire a professional, right? So in terms of SEO, right, there's a wide variety of people. Some people know a lot of things and other people know almost nothing, right? So it's very difficult to find an SEO, a good SEO. So I'll leave a link to another video I'm going to make about where to find an SEO at the end of this video. So what type of services, right? So these are all the services. So SEO, I always think of it as like a black box, right? Because there's just so many things involved. And then there's all the variables in Google, right? So it takes constant work to, you know, keep updating your website, keep, you know, analyzing and making it better and better, and seeing what keywords are you ranking for now, you know, and say, okay, I can make more content about that. And you should always be thinking, oh, what ideas could I put on my website so that more people find me? It's not that you need to get super technical or anything. It's really just as simple as like the questions that your customers ask. I always say that, and people don't really want to do that. They're like, well, then why would they need me? But they really do need you, right? Because yeah, they don't want to actually do the whole thing themselves. So this is what I liked about this page here, right? They gave a real example, right, from $2,000. And I know that might seem expensive to some people, but look at all these things you actually get, right? So you get niche related guest posts. So that's where you post on somebody else's website and link back to your website. It works very well. That's really good. And then 5 to 10 high quality contextual links. So DOR 90 to 99, that to me, that alone to me would normally cost $2,000. So press release on page, yeah, like I don't know if this is real, to be honest, because that is actually a bargain if it is that price, but it says from, so maybe not. So, 5 blog post ideas, right? They're not really heavy on the content, right? But a lot of links, right? Which is good, right? But what you really want is kind of the same amount of content and the same amount of links, right? And you want to have them at a consistent rate, right? So you just don't want to publish way too much content or way too many links. Google will start thinking, what's going on with that website? There's something weird happening there. So it's all about consistency, right? Here's another one here. Okay. That seems fairly reasonable, right? $80 for that. Okay. I would say that's normal. So I'll leave a link to this down below as well. If you want my advice, then you should use a tool like Journalist AI, right? This is an AI SEO writer that auto-publishes to your blog. So basically, you can just set it up, get all those ideas that I was talking about before, put them all into this tool, right? And it automatically will publish to your website, right? So you get 3 free articles here. And I'll leave it a discount code in the first comment as well. It's Connor10, CONOR10, and you get 10% discount with that. Okay, thanks for watching this video. If you want to leave a comment down below, how much do you think a small business should pay for SEO? It really is such a complicated question. I know some people who charge $10,000 for an SEO audit, and other people probably charge $10 for a full blog post. Okay, so almost an impossible question to answer, but I do like what Brian Dean said about $500 per month is probably about average. Okay, thanks for watching.